Hey guys, my name is Brian Barnett Getz here, and welcome back, folks, one and all, to Command and Conquer Red Alert Retaliation. And in the last episode, we were just about ready to go down and take care of it. In this episode, we're going to do something that you haven't seen me do yet. And it probably won't happen in campaign mode unless I get the opportunity to do so, which won't be happening too very often. And just like here in skirmish mode, which I try to do as much as I can, but only if the following conditions are met. I mean, before I get to A, which is in other words, they have to be the opposite faction, and two, they have to build the right amount of stuff of their own, and three, after that, I have to get my stuff ready to go down there and take care of their defenses. I don't have to have these many tanks. And four, I had to make sure that I have definitely prepared enough engineers to take over the building. Now, I could just do it downward, but I don't want to take the chance of it because sometimes it can do that, where it destroys it completely before I've had to do that. So I'd rather just take my engineers and just take over the building once I've knocked down enough of their defenses. Anyway, I also have an update to talk about. Now, PewDiePie just did, I know I shouldn't be mentioning names, but I think he did a good job on his setup tour. I didn't quite like the darkness, but I mean, I do like darkness in general. But in the room when you're trying to show off what you got in the place, I'm not going to complain. I just put that in the video. And he's talking about doing a setup tour. Well, okay, that's fine. But what I want to talk about ultimately is what he showed on there. I don't care what people personally use. Personally, I don't care. I'm using what I can use. And I think personally whatever best suits you is what can work. As long as it can work. And you don't have any problems. You know? Like I can get like some games or some recorders people to recommend, and then I would have problems with it. Whereas they wouldn't. They would have no problems. I'm not saying everybody doesn't have that problem when they're running it, but there's a lot of people who will go, I have no issues with it. So how are you having that? It's very weird. Yeah, it might be weird, but that's just the way things go. I say work with what you got. It doesn't matter. I think every program has their ups and downs. Every recorder program, regardless whether they have an editorial program or not. And I'm going to be honest with you, I hardly ever have a reason to edit out my videos. The only time I ever edit my videos is when I try to record over them, or I try to edit parts out that I shouldn't be showing. I don't put POR in here. No, I might sometimes talk about it if the issue arises or whatever, that I feel that I want to put in my personal sense and bring in some facts into it. And not just my personal opinion, because yeah, I'll put my personal opinion in there. I don't care what you think. But ultimately, I just want to say I have to agree with him, not caring what people think about what you use. Honestly, I don't care what people use. I think that every program, personally, because from what I've seen, has done a great job. I have not seen them personally by hand, step by step, but I can tell that the footage looks excellent. Sometimes things happen in programming that we'll never expect to happen. Lancer, for example, has had videos where the video, or not video, but audio has completely cut out. And that's fine and dandy. Another thing I want to talk about is, speaking of Lancer, there is a mysterious person that we never know of. And if you go try to look it up, in the past you'd never find it. Now, if you're lucky to find it, you might see a band by this name called Vegastar. Who is he? Well, he's somebody apparently that rage quitted. Apparently so much to the point that he's erased off the internet, and the only one who even knows about him, or her, or whatever it is Lancer. And I'm not saying this to say that Lynch is wrong to say what he says. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying that, how come you can't find him? That's what I want to know. personally, I want to know why you can't find this person that he keeps talking about. Specifically, I'm not talking about that because literally, even if you type it in there, the regular star rage quit, you won't find anything unless somebody's backed it up somewhere that I don't know about. You know, and that's the thing. So I'm gonna get busy on this. Um, but yeah, I mean, I can't. Oh man, I tell you what though, set up tours. I can't say I'm the best at, and I have to agree about the hiding the wires, but at the same time, I'm not gonna judge people. If you got wires hanging out, that ain't my business. It ain't my problem. And no offense to Beauty Pie and what he says, but at the same time, I do feel that I don't care what people do, and at the same time, that I have to agree that you know because that's kind of how it is. I mean, a lot of times, believe it or not, you're gonna start out like that. Whether you like it or not, wires are gonna be hanging out all over the place until you get it all situated. Because you got to know where you stand at before you start going and going. Oh, you know what? Because you gotta be able to know place it where you can place. It's always how it works out. You ever think about it? But here's the thing: it's a process. Okay, you gotta know where you're gonna be putting everything, and then you can take it. You're gonna have to unhook it, obviously. Not everything has to be unhooked. It all depends on what it is, though. It's probably best to do it that way if it gets in the way, but otherwise, no. Um, but just to kind of put wires, hang them up. We kind of believe in that kind of stuff, but again, I'm not gonna judge anybody. I mean, at the same time, you know, yeah, I have to agree. Don't want all those wires in the way. I mean, I don't really care about the corner necessarily, but yeah, it would be great if it looked neat. Not that anybody's going to be coming in here and looking at it, even if I don't want anybody looking at it anyway, no matter whether it's a mess or not, you know. But even so, I mean, there's all kinds of ways to neaten it up. Like you can take, like you can put it in a box. You can put it with certain kind of deals, kind of making it real dealy, or you could do like what my dad did in the office, and I think it's one of the greatest ingenious ideas. I'm not saying nobody's better or worse than the next, and I'll never say that. And I am legit. I am real. I don't need to be a TikToker to prove that. Anyway, so what my dad had done was put what do you call that on there? I can't think of it now. I'd have to take some pictures and show it. And you know, again, a lot of stuff I can understand about rules and regulations about what you can and cannot do. And I will refuse to get the consent to do to anything with underage people. No. Because I'm going to tell you something. If it ain't right to be doing it in the first doggone place, why should I want to get permission to do it? There you go. Anyway, that's all I got to say on that department. So, but yeah, the one thing I have to say about rules is I hate when people break them. And speaking of rules, I also hate it when people come up with these ridiculous things and call them for solo people. Okay, if people are soloing, the thing of it is that when you make a clan, a guild, you have to think about, okay, what happens if life happens? Okay, something unexpected can occur. Well, if you're not on there within a day or a week or whatever, we're just gonna boot you. I don't believe in that kind of crap. I've been in laid back clans, but they eventually, and they were, what they told me? They were not gonna, kick me out. They did eventually, though, when I came back. And I mean, even though it had been 6 months prior, sometimes I was still there, but eventually they did. I don't know, maybe I just wasn't chatting as much or whatever. I don't know what happened. All I know is immediately I was out of it. So there was this other clan. I was in that I know of that even though she's under the radar, if you know what I mean. Basically, she had a deal with her complication with her heart, and she's different now. Anyway, on this game that apparently, eventually, Disney took down. It was a Star Wars game. I can't remember what it was called, but it was. You can be either side. It doesn't really matter. I tend to say that I like both, and it's not because I wanted to say that I like to fight one or the other. No, I don't like to do that. I think that was kind of a ridiculous thing, but I guess you had to fight somebody. I suppose comes with the territory. I suppose. Anyway, I'm kind of running down out of snacks here, but it doesn't matter. At least these things have been lasting a little bit longer, which is good. Oh, mm, mm, mm. I should also point out that I am now. I don't. Okay, before I continue on, I don't prefer this, but I like it now more than I ever have. But I don't prefer it. White cheddar. Yeah, I know. Lower the delay process, but it's kind of a true thing because I'm trying to speed it up and trying to explain it. Still don't prefer it, but I like it. I'm not gonna say I prefer it over regular, but this is for excuse me while I take a drink. Anyway, Cheez-Its. And yeah. A lot of people don't like Cheez-Its, a lot of people do. You know. And Subway sucks. You know? Um One of these days I would like to do a good intro video for my channel, but you know I don't even know if you can do that anymore. I think that was one of the greatest things was doing that. But yeah. It takes about four of them to take over a building. Truth be known, I could have shown this off at any time, but there's literally no point in doing it if you're the same option, if you're the same, opposition. You know, I have enough mammoth tanks right there to take down what's here because there's not much here in these little fart knocker space. You know, I did this video where I did a Castlevania Symphony of the Night. The original video had me showing cheats that I did not mean to do. Go ahead. I say go ahead. Come after me. You there? I remember back in the day when I first started this game that your enemy tank, or not enemy tank, but your town tanks would actually attack the enemy base. And I don't just mean like some of the buildings they would leave alone, but like this they would attack. They'd attack, you know, this they wouldn't attack advanced power plants, but they might take those. Might have been a glitch in the game. I don't know. That game was pretty. The disc it was on an original disc, believe it or not, and but yeah, it was pretty messed up anyway. To be honest. Now, if you ever notice right here, there's no matter what you just can't build right there. So what we want to do now is just put that there. See? Look at that. We got a mechanic. So awesome. Now, it's important that if you want to take over any village, you don't actually have to, but this way you can get more stuff out of it, and you can actually take a thief. This is gonna be so cool. Yeah. So what you want to do is actually in conjunction, you actually have to make them do that. Let's see here. I remember somebody always, my family would say, look at that, we stole some cash. Isn't that awesome? Okay, so then what you want to do is, you always have to do that in order to do. Look at Quit stolen. like how it sounds like it's from the other side, but yeah, we're not on that side. But okay, cool. Mm. Now I'm going to show you again why you make a secondary thing. If you do this, it's no point having it over there. There is also a point to doing this. And what you can use a spy for is to spy on what they can build last or what they actually uh, build. Like, yeah, okay. Well, the buildings for that and what they built for tanks. There was another one here. I don't know what happened to it. They must have sold it. See that right there? Wow, how much power they actually have. Okay. That's all the power they have.
Unit ready. Engineering. Affirmative. Engineering. Affirmative. Training. Unit ready. Engineering. Affirmative. Training. Unable to comply. Building in progress. Unit ready. Engineering. Affirmative. Training. Unit ready. Engineering. Affirmative. Engineering ready. Affirmative. Training. Yes, sir. Unit ready. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Engineering. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Training. Building in progress. Unit ready. Engineering. Affirmative. Training. Unit ready. Yes. Affirmative. Training. Unit ready. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Is under attack. Training. Unit ready. New construction options. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Training. Unable to comply. Building in progress. Unable to comply. Building in progress. Unable to comply. Building in progress. Unit ready. Training. Engineering. Unit ready. Affirmative.
I tried to build a barracks. Another one. Instead of building a damn a thingy, they decided to build one of these. Waste of money. You should have built a damn thing. I mean, if you had to, you could have just built it and sold it and made another one of these, you know, or refinery.
Training. Unit ready. Acknowledged. At one. Training. Yes, sir. Unit ready. Affirmative. Training. Primary building selected. Primary building selected. Primary building selected. Primary building selected. Engineering.
You do it enough, it'll select it over there, but not for everything, unfortunately. But that's okay.
Affirmative. Training. Unit ready. Engineering. Affirmative.
rocket guy or rocket soldier.
Training. Unit ready. Training. Unit ready. Yes, sir. Training. Yes, sir. Unit ready. Affirmative.
Now it's important to take over the many buildings you can. You don't have to. You can just wipe them out, but that way they don't have to attack you when you've got so little going on around the base. Plus, if you don't do some of them in time, they will take them down, and you won't have an opportunity to do what we got. And they'll take you down. Well, they're not the upper part where you're well defended, but here, yeah. Oh yeah.
Engineering. Affirmative. Engineering. Affirmative.
Computer has been defeated. All right.
Training. Yes, sir. Unit ready. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
All right. Now, what this means, however, is we don't get the opportunity to make anything special beyond whatever. Just fine.
Building. Construction complete. Primary building selected. Primary building selected. Primary building selected. Building. Building. Construction complete. Unit ready. Building. Building. Construction complete. Building.
So now that we've done that, we can now do this.
Construction complete. Unit ready. Building. Building. complete. Building.
Plus, it gives you another advantage if you take over the base. If you can't have no other place to go, and just
Complete.
build this. Gives them an opportunity to make it gives up to this. But what we can do.
Construction option. Building. Construction complete. Building. Building. On hold. Cancel. Building. On hold. Cancel. Unit ready.
Now I'm going to show you something. It doesn't matter which side you push through. I don't think it's going to make a difference as far as us making the optional what we need.
Waiting orders. Affirmative. Construction complete. Construction option. Our base is under attack.
Nope. Okay.
Ready.
Oh, really?
Building. Construction complete. Our base is under attack. Building. Construction complete. Construction complete. Construction complete. Building. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Construction complete. Structure sold. Structure sold. Reporting. Affirmative. Building. Construction complete. Building. Construction complete. Building.
Now, this is just a way to distract them. That's it. That's all you really need. But if you can take over the enemy base and get the one that actually reveals everything, so you don't have to go around going, go struggle.
Construction complete. Building.
Because then you're all good. You know.
Construction complete.
Oh, damn, Skippy. Nope. Okay.
Building. Construction complete. Building. Select target. Reinforcements have arrived. Construction complete. Our base is under attack. Building. On hold. Building. Construction complete. Construction option.
Yep. So, you know why we're not getting the other weapon is because these guys that we took over did not build a helipad, which means because you got to be able to take over their helipad in order to make the option. You know, and if you sell it off, I don't think you. I think you lose the ability. I'm not sure. This is the way things go.
Building. Building. Unit ready.
I don't know what it is, but I prefer to have that like that anyway.
Construction complete.
Yep, and it's gonna shoot it off. I think. No, we didn't see it. Okay, maybe it's gonna wait till it builds up to go up. Okay, I got it. All right. Either way, once it does, actually, if we'll for launch, it'll just wipe out what's rest of it. So pretty much,
Building. Construction complete. Construction option. Building. Construction complete. Construction option.
yep. Now we have them all, but there's no point in even doing it because there's bridges blocking the way. So When you got stuff like this in the way, yeah. Um, Actually, any kind of bridge will be something you cannot build on. In real life, you could do it, but in this game, they don't allow that, so that's okay. At least we know we can defend against them. Actually, no, I take that back. There is one map I can think of, but that's another story. I think you actually have to have the Allied Tech Center to, I forget what it's called, not just for the map revelation, but to build certain things. So pretty much we have everything now. Well, there's things we don't actually have, even if we did have both sides of both the what we could get from normally. But yeah, there's also special buildings that absolutely serve no purpose. I don't know what they are or how you could even possibly unlock the ability to even use them. I don't know about what if the Allied side has ones or not, but I know the Soviets do, or Russia is, because yeah, and in most cases it doesn't matter which side you put the nuclear missile on. But anyway, so I know for a fact that there is a special type of buildings. There's well, no, there is that building. I forgot about this too. There's another building. I take that back. There is that. There are civilian buildings. I'm not sure how you're supposed to do those. And there is a. There's all there's buildings I don't know how you're supposed to make.
Construction complete.
And well, they're completely useless anyway. I mean, the only purpose they serve is like just being there to say that you have people or whatever. I guess if you use them, otherwise they mean nothing. Again, all you need is one, and we're basically building all that we can for now. We're only missing one piece of the puzzle. Enough land, and for the Allies to have made that. At least we don't have to take over sub pins and naval yards. It's going to look like this anyway, if I remember correctly. It's like a sub pin anyway. Even though it says CPAC unit factory because whatever's in there. So it's a good thing you don't have to take over these naval yards. Yeah, that's what I thought they were called. I don't always remember the name, but yeah. And it sucks that you can't take over Tesla coils or defenses, but it's okay. Because you can still build them if you take over the base. The construction yard. The one thing you don't ever want to do is take over the construction yard first. Never take over that first. Always take over your surrounding defensive buildings. But make sure that you first take down all their defenses, including the soldiers, the tanks, and their defensive capabilities, whether it's Tesla coils or the ability to, well, just kind of basically shoot cannons or whatever, or just kind of bullets at you. Make sure you get those down. And if the enemy has, I don't know, if you can get, if you're lucky enough to get them to build, make sure you take down their subs. Haha, there it is. It's all rebuild except for that. Okay. Sometimes it can make errors like that. But the majority of the map has been revealed. A lot of it we don't have to worry about. We can take down that if you really care about it. It doesn't really make much difference anyway because we're not worried about that. We're more focused
Base
on
is under attack.
now. There's ways that I put down the them behind the fire cannons because they can easily destroy those. That's the reason why they're there. I mean, they can go on the sides, but they can't go in front of it. And it does matter, but it doesn't. So I'm gonna tell you, like, okay, if you have it like right directly here for the one of those these kind of things like that or this, it's fine. But the further it is, this thing will take them down, and it's not trying to, but it just pretty much tries to aim for the target. Whatever's closest will get knocked as well until it's like called splash damage. Never really thought about it that way. Back in the day, we didn't call it splash damage, but whatever. Basically, they're getting the area of effect. I wouldn't even call that either, but whatever. It's the same thing.
Yes, sir.
The enemy is pretty much almost well defeated anyway, so I could take them down now if I wanted to. But I think we'll save that for another episode. I think we've been on. Oh my god, that long? Alright, I'll see you all next time. Until then, later.